Good morning. I am going to share my glam for sorority, whether it be like holding up in heat or whether you're having to do this on video. So I always start, y'all hear me all the time talk about my rose water, and normally I say X or circle. I am getting ready this morning on the patio because it is so relaxing. It's a perfect day. So I am going to take the CeraVe, and my pump is broke. So the importance of, I think with sorority is knowing how to make it last, as well as how to re-energize it throughout the day. It's not necessarily using a primer. It's just about making your skin prepped for the product. So I'm just doing the CeraVe. Now, all you young girls, that was one thing in college that I wish I would have done a little better, but I will say I did do it. Sunblock. So sunblock's like one of the only things that really keeps us from aging, and y'all need to start now. So whether you're like laying out by the pool or whatever, always put your sunblock on every day. Even in your car, you can get damaging spots. So starting off with the rose water and the CeraVe, just get my skin prepped. And I am gonna do the rewind stick. I'm gonna be showing you guys items that are great for your budget, as well as holding up. And I always get like a little bit of redness. That's just like part of it. Whether you be going to your teas and all the parties, these are the places that you would start. And I'm just gonna do the rewind. And I'm gonna blend it out with my fingers. I feel like a beauty blender sometimes for me can kind of pull it off. When I'm doing that on the forehead, I just always say to kind of like fan it out. But when you get your look on, and one of the biggest parts is keeping the look on in the heat. Y'all know Alabama heat, like it is very uncomfortable. And sweating through, I think I have a little bit of a bug bite. I went and picked my garden this morning. So, showing whether it be Ole Miss or Bama or Auburn, like keeping in our southern heat, keeping this on, or all the other schools. Y'all know I got all the love for you guys. And y'all know I'm a big fan of Stella and Thomason. Big fan. I am next going to take my Bare Minerals. It also has my SPF. And I think the coverage is awesome. So for me, it is a tap to swirl, and like my coverage, I can go all day long and just about do anything. And so we're gonna re-energize the face throughout the day, knowing what to carry with you, whether it be your rose water and then you guys clear bags, your SPF as your primer, as well as hydrating throughout the day. I'm gonna keep the eye pretty natural because you don't want to go too heavy. More is not always better, and we know that you guys are gonna be nervous. And I do think like a good lip, as well as, you really don't have to wear a lash. If you know how to put a small one on, that's great, and you guys can check out my lash video. But just using a good primer, and Obsessed in Quarantine or the L'Oreal. This has just got a little bit in it. It seems like I'm putting on a lot, but not much had came out. And I wish I had the youthful skin that you guys have, so I'll have a little bit more to cover than y'all. But just keeping it very. So it depends on my mood, whether if I'm gonna go eye first and then skin, or skin to eye. There's not a right or wrong, okay? Now, if y'all are going heavy in the shadows and you're gonna have fallout, I definitely recommend eye to foundation. But again, I'm gonna keep it simple because you don't want to notice your face before, or like your makeup on your face before you notice you. You want your personality to shine. And next, I am going to go ahead and bake. I'm going to put some Laura Mercier I love the RCMA, that's reasonable. I have a list that I'll share with you guys, and y'all can find this on multiple different places. And with the list, Stella and Thomason are also going to have the list. So I'm just going to kind of bake, and I'm going to go ahead and put my well rested into this. You should also be paying attention to your time. Time management, it's like really important right now, as well as being realistic on how long it should take to get ready. I've already got Vaseline on my lips, so it's kind of conditioning. I'm going to go ahead, so it should be 1 finger highlight, 2 fingers top of your ear blush, and then 3rd finger bronzer. I'm going to go ahead and put my blush on, and I'm going to kind of smirk and hit from the cheek to the top of my ear. I know my Southern girls love some blush. I do think like just that alone like really wakes me up and gets going. So now I'm going to do my bronzer. And I'm just, grabbing stuff this morning. So if you fish face and go into your line, I do not think that line should look dirty. And I'm going to go a 3 on each side, giving me a little bit of sun and a little down my nose. I will say this is super difficult doing in the camera. So I am gonna prep my eyelid. I love this by Angel Samples. It's super reasonable, and honestly it's a primer I feel like that's kind of like glue. I'm gonna keep the eyelid really simple, so I'm gonna kind of put my primer on my lid, and then I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of shimmer. This a little bit goes a long way. It's pretty thick, and it also is workable. Just kind of being polished head to toe, whether it be, look at my lovely faces, whether it be that your hair's neat, I love a good curl, or if it's pulled back. Sometimes in our heat or our frizz here for the humidity, it's okay to I love a good half back, pull back, showing your face. A professional pony, I call that a power pony. I don't know if y'all are like me that I've not been able to get my brows done yet, but I'm coming for you, Angela, real soon. So I got that on, and I'm just gonna kind of soften it. I'm just gonna take my Revolutions highlighter, and that's what I'm gonna put on my lid. Now for some good eyeshadows that are reasonable, this is the BH Cosmetics, and this was under $2. And it's like a little travel pack. Like I don't want to be keeping up a big palette at all. So I'm just gonna kind of hit in 2 of those little colors and pack that on my lid. So I'm not a digger, I just kind of push. I always see palettes that have like holes in them, and then I see the girls they're like digging their brushes. So a little bit goes a long way. And remember, this is just highlighter that I'm putting over that primer. Cleaning your brushes too. Now, you guys, when y'all go to college, taking care, keeping up with everything, taking care of all your stuff. It could be real sparkly. So I'm gonna just basically trying to highlight the lid. I probably will take a little bit of bronzer on it, but I am going to just kind of keep it soft. So I'm gonna take my Maybelline Unstoppable. This stays on really through anything. Got a little brush hair on me. And I'm gonna go on the waterline and just kind of keeping it very simple. And if I go on my top line, which I will, this will be interesting. This will definitely show y'all that your line doesn't have to be straight. So then I'm gonna take I'm just gonna take a flat brush and kind of bring it out. I'll take my finger and just really kind of smudge that out. For the videos, if you guys are having to do video for your school, make sure you got good lighting, and that what you have on is like not too busy. No judgment for what I have on. See, this one definitely looks a little better. So you're just gonna smudge it out. Let me add a little. So I would say to pull it out, and when you're pulling that out, it goes about the brush out. That amount, like not too much of a wing. Oh, those brows. And remember, I'm gonna put a little bronzer over that so it will soften. So I'm still baking, rubbing my Vaseline in my lips. I am going to take the bronzer now, and I'm gonna kind of smudge it out. I'm just going to use a small smudger, and I'm gonna put a little underneath. Just really softens it. So on one side, the light coming in is gonna make it look darker, but really it's just the light. And I'm gonna take my finger. Finger's your best tool, so just put it there, and I'm just gonna kind of put that into my crease. Just super soft. Keeping it very natural. And if I do a little bit of this brown, I'm gonna be really off the top. Those top three are really great. Again, I'll be honest, I'm gonna just use my finger. Your fingers are your best tool, so you can kind of control where you put that. This eye is not that dark. That's what's so funny. It is how that light is coming in. Keeping it still more about your features, so everybody can feel where their bone is, or you can create a crease just by filling with your finger. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the primer on from L'Oreal, because y'all know I'm a big fan. You have to let this dry too. So this is a great, instead of doing lashes, that can be, I'm just gonna wiggle it in, that can be messy. I do love the corner Ardell magnetic lashes. I think those would be something easy that you guys could learn how to do. And so I'm gonna take while this is drying, the Viva Glam, and I'm gonna do something just a little bit brighter. Again, I'm gonna use my finger just for a little bit of color. So the reason I'm gonna use my finger is to really kind of smear it. And if someone's in my chair, I always say, kind of run to that bottom line, kind of taking it out. So I do think a little bit of color for your videos as well as in person, it makes your teeth look really white, and just really makes it pop. Now it's not, I know everything in this looks a little bit darker, but it's not. Viva Glam's really soft. So while that's drying, I haven't done my brows yet, so this is a love-hate relationship right now. So I'm just gonna kind of brush up and over. I've got all my extra hairs hanging out. I do think it's super important to just be fully prepared for your experiences that you're gonna have with this, and just looking professional head to toe, as well as creating an awesome online packet and your perfect crest and stationery. You know, going into this like at your first job interview. So Stella and Thomason definitely know what they're doing. And I might take a little bit of liner, so when I'm doing my lips, I really like that out. So again, Angel's got some good stuff. So this is the Sweet Spice, and it's really a perfect color. It looks good on everybody. Total obsessed with it, totally. So when setting all of this, I'm gonna add a little bit more blush too. It's really loud, so. Plane. I'm right back next to the airport. Or not totally next to it, but close. Okay, so I'm still letting that primer dry, and while it's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and dust off my Well Rested and kind of blend it in. Everybody knows I love that Well Rested. So on highlighters, like if I'm gonna come back, since that's our one finger for highlight, you guys definitely don't wanna have too much of that on. I'm all about this area looking bright and cleaning up good, but let's not be a glow bug at all. I know it's really actually hard to tell. Gonna have to look into the little mirror. And you know, just really making sure everything looks super smooth, using your fingers to smooth it out. I will say that it's that little bit of mirror gave it a lot of reflection. Okay, I blended that in, but I might come back and do like one more coat on the under eye. So you remember, I only did brown and some highlighter on the eye, and I definitely will kind of at the end just take a clean brush and go over it. But it's about your eyes, remember, so don't put a lot up there. Don't be looking like McDonald's arches. For me, I just like a coat, one coat, like one little wiggle on the bottom. I feel like it, through all of the heat and the sweat and the long days, it's easier to kind of wipe under your eyes versus putting a ton that hits. Definitely waterproof, okay? This one is the L'Oreal waterproof. You know, both of those items together, I think it's like $14. How are we keeping this on? The matte essence is, I think it's like $4, under $4. It is so, it's oil free, it's not sticky, it's lightweight. It is definitely a staple for keeping that on. So I am going to just kind of blend out. I'm not, you know, just taking my original brush and just kind of going over, and my original brush that had that little bit of highlighter, just kind of blending over. And you know, if you want to add a little more eyeliner, definitely on the bottom in that waterline, it definitely softens. So if you want your pop, it's not going to be super heavy, but you see how it makes the white. I don't think I mentioned the eye drops. So the Lumify, definitely, I didn't put it in this morning, makes my eyes look really awake and keeps them really white, and I just look really polished when I do it. Let me check a little bit more mascara. I know you girls like to wear a lot of mascara. And don't forget to check out, maybe practice a lash, but it needs to look good, so not nothing messy. So I'm letting that dry, and we'll kind of straighten up. I wish you girls an awesome time during Rush, and if you'll have questions, you know where you can get me. You can go to MakeupMel.com or DM me, and I'm hoping to do a whole makeup giveaway for you girls. So I'm gonna run that next week when everything kind of gets calmed down. So I'm gonna take the matte finish spray and kind of finish it out and let it dry. And don't forget it's about you. So you want to shine through, don't have too much makeup on, stay polished, beat the heat with your rose water, your hydration, your SPF, and just throughout the day lightly touch up, nothing crazy. Good luck, girls. Bye.